in convoking this very important meeting of the security agencies to look at the security architecture of this country. This country will not forget this Senate for spearheading and leading in this direction. And having said that, Mr. President, I want to say that I want to just raise four issues that are very critical that you have to look at in this report. Number one is the 1988 ECOWAS Protocol of Free Movement by West African countries. We must, as a country and as an assembly, look at that, because this was put in place by the administration of Salami Abubakar when he was there. This ECOWAS protocol today has been abused, and this is a challenge to this Senate before we fold up to look at this law with a view to revisiting it and making amending it to suit this country. Because even Mr. President has acknowledged that most of the people who are giving us trouble in this country are exploiting this ECOWAS protocol and are coming into this country, invading this country and making this country very restless. And with the results that our security has been compromised. We have to look at that because it's very, very important. If we don't do it, our security will continue to be challenged, and people are going to be suffering for that. Number two, the other issue is about the state police. We have looked at this issue. Many people don't understand it. Many people quarrel about it. Many of us still believe that state police is a must, and it can work. Why can it work? We have able-bodied young men and women who are in the civil service of the states. If we want to get to this issue, we will withdraw those people from that areas and ask them to come and join, just like when we started the Nigerian Security Organization, the today DSS. Many people left from police. Many people who are civil servants left and moved in there. And today we have a very big institution like the DSS. I also saw that if you want to start state police, governments that are concerned can ask their civil servants who are interested. They will move in. So the same payment they are going to make that's going to help. So you won't be saying that you are bordering these states. Where will they get the revenue to pay? It's very, very important. And then, you see, on this issue, we raise this issue of the vigilante groups in states. Because in many places today in the East, the police is not enough to cover our areas. Those of us of the southeast geopolitical zone of this country are relying on vigilante groups. And anytime the Inspector General of Police raises alarm and say that our vigilantes should return the dang guns they have in places here, our people feel threatened, because if you don't do so, there will be no security. People will be laid bare and nothing can work. But today in the East, things are working because we have vigilantes with the little things they have there, which are profiled by the police. And this, the vigilante we have here, we have the state houses of assembly, pass them into law. It's not illegal. So anybody who's saying that they should withdraw that is not helping the peace in the south and the southeast. The other issue I want to also say is we have the issue of regressing the desertification in the north. Everybody understands it's an existential issue. All of us are facing it. If the state of Israel living in desert is a major exporter of fruits, of green, vegetables, all parts of the country, why can't we also look into that technology that has made Israel to do so, and do so in the north, so that we can regress the place? If we do the effective regressing of the northern parts of the region, the trouble of herdsmen invasion in the south, where they have green vegetation, will not be issue. We have so much money that are diverted in areas. These are the areas the government should be looking into. Regressing the north to stop this challenge of desertification. If we do so, it's going to help us here. And finally, Mr. President, on this issue, I have to raise the issue of ranching against the free-range cattle rearing that is going on now. You know, I feel dumb when people tell me, make argument, and tell me that cattle rearing is the way of life. You see, we have so many ways of life we have already changed because of modernization. Many people have been going naked before. Are they still going naked? Many people have been doing certain practices. We were killing twins before. Are we still killing twins today? These are all practices. We have to change them. We have to stop talking about free-range cattle rearing. It doesn't work. We have to ranch. We have to put things in enclosures and give feeds for the cattle. If we do so, things will work well for this country. Having said this much, Mr. President, I thank you for this opportunity.